All right, welcome back. I'm here with Cam for episode 18 of the Bold North Sports Podcast. We haven't posted in a while. We filmed last week, never got posted. So we got a lot to talk about today. Got 3 teams to talk about. It's Christmas time, so everybody's in a good mood. Trees in the background. The fire's already out.
Oh, man.
The wire food did not work, Cam, but how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Watched a lot of football today. Vikings played in the Saturday Showdown yesterday. A year ago today, actually, was, I believe it was either today or yesterday, was the 33-0 comeback against the Colts.
Today.
It is today?
December 17th.
I remember taking off my jersey, actually, in the middle of that game.
I remember in the fourth quarter stressing that I had to start work at 4.
Oh.
And it was 3:45.
Yeah.
And I was going to be late to work because I wanted to watch the whole game. And
Yeah.
I got to see the kick at the Schmitty's Timeout Tavern where I am employed. One of my jobs.
I had a Christmas that day, so I had a bunch of Packer fans around me. My uncle, my dad.
Yeah. We can touch on that. You're going to have to tell Chad to listen to this part. Jordan Love, with all due respect, has looked decent the last 3 weeks. I won't give him the decent category.
The last 2 weeks. I mean, today he played all right, but against this guy, it didn't go too well. Now, did it?
No.
Packers are now 6-8. How does that feel?
I just wanted to apologize to Chad because he did not like my comments earlier, and now I'm saying he's decent. Am I saying he's Aaron Rodgers? No.
Yeah.
Is he still bad? Yes. But he's decent, Chad.
We don't say that he sucks. We say that he's decent. And then we hope that you guys sign him to a 10-year extension.
Yeah, because this 6-8 stuff I would love every single year.
It'd be cool to see. But we're 7-7, and yesterday was pretty.
I think because we haven't posted in a while, I think we got to start with the Bears game.
Bears game.
That's the last game we.
Yeah.
Because it was, who did we play before the Bears?
Before the Bears, we played the Broncos.
Did we even do a Broncos podcast? We haven't posted in like a month.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been bad. We'll get back on it. You know.
Yeah, that's on our New Year's resolution.
This is like the hard times because we've been a successful podcast with all 85 viewers we have for every podcast. We love all 85 of you, including a shout out to John Moldenhauer, Tyler, and Shelly Riding.
Yeah, thank you for being.
They all 3 love the show.
We appreciate being on your
Spotify. Yep, we do. We really do.
Yeah. What's it called? Spotify?
Wrapped.
Yeah, so I don't have Spotify.
I have Apple Music.
I have Amazon Music.
Okay. Austin, what do you have?
Spotify.
Yes,
Spotify.
So we have three members of the podcast, all 3 different music.
Yeah. I have that because my parents, that's what they got. My mom has Amazon Prime. So.
I got Apple Music when I first got an iPhone, and I've stuck with it.
Okay. I use Spotify for podcasts, though.
Yeah. And now, via Apple Music, the Christmas carols are going crazy. Yeah. All I want for Christmas is you, Cameron.
Really?
Yeah. Really.
But
yeah, so we can go... The Bears game, I think that was the official fall of the Pasternaut. Yeah. Me and you both were in attendance. We watched the game together.
Yep.
We had a friendly conversation with 3 minutes to go in the game with some lady.
Shout out to that random lady.
I don't think she was there to watch football. I think she was there just to people watch.
Yeah, she was definitely trying to find a friend.
How do you leave a game when you're up 10-9?
Yeah.
As bad as it sounds.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. You know, if you want to network with people, go to a venue where 65,000 people are going to be.
That's true.
You're going to find someone who maybe owns $1 million company or something like that you can...
Or invest in the podcast while it's at its lowest.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because in 2 years, when we have 1 million views, we're just rolling in the dough.
Think about how many Patreons we could have. People paying every month for our full access.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
And then we can create an OnlyFans. A Bold North Sports OnlyFans.
Yeah, where you have to pay $1,000 a month for premium access.
And the premium access is just going to be me and you sitting on a couch.
Yeah. It's going to be very big clickbait. It's not going to be what you think it is.
We're just going to have like a picture with our socks and shoes off and just be like, The dogs are out, baby.
Just be like, that's what you got paid for, but then you don't actually get that because we're not insane.
No, yeah. But yeah, so back to the Bears game. Like I said before, that was the true fall of the pastronaut. I really feel like that. He had 4 picks, should have been 5. The pick that didn't happen, the pick 6 that should have been to Jalen Johnson, that was brutal. The whole game was really brutal. The play calling.
Yeah.
The last month of play calling by Kevin O'Connell has been bad, but the Bears game was showing the most, I feel like. Like the start of the negativity via him.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh,
But what I really enjoyed right away was the deep shot to Addison. I actually did like that a lot.
Getting him involved.
Yeah, just getting Josh comfortable and throwing deep and trying to get his confidence up and maybe he'd take more opportunities. Nope, he didn't do that.
No, he played like garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage. Like a hot dumpster in July. When it's like 105 outside.
Yeah, he threw 4 interceptions that night. 1 was picked off by Jalen Johnson. 2 were deflected. Addison should have caught 1. And then the other one was a screen pass at the line or whatever. So, I don't know. And you can't blame Flores' defense because over the 3 weeks before then, I mean, the Denver, Chicago, and LA, or the Vegas game, he gave up 1 touchdown. You can't be mad at the guy.
No, because I've seen this multiple times. As good as the Flores defense is it an overreaction? Because the late game Flores defense hasn't been all that pretty. No. If you take a deep dive into it, I know like his defense has been great. Not like trying to take this away, but do you think because their defense was so bad last year that Flores' defense, everybody's just praising it when the late defense is just absurdly bad, and we just aren't seeing it because we don't want to think of Ed Donatello's defense of last year?
Well, I think that can only count for the last game here, because
if you think about like the Bears game, because this is like the first time I've really seen it. Like the last Bears drive, so when they got the ball after the TJ touchdown and we were winning 10-9, that late drive wasn't very good defensively.
Yeah, I know.
Because you were playing kind of prevent defense when they only needed a field goal, kind of. It felt like, because they had that long play that ended the game. Was it to DJ Moore?
Yeah.
That, 3rd and 15.
3rd and forever.
And then they just threw it to DJ Moore for, 40 yards, and that was all she wrote.
Yeah.
That's when I, first realized, as good as he's, the defense, that's not the reason. It's the offense that we're kind of dragging our wheels in mud, but I just feel like if you can look at it, they might have a point. So if somebody thinks that, they might have a point with the late defense being bad.
I mean, if you want to be nitpicky, yeah, sure, I
know.
But
I'm not one of those guys. I'm just saying, I've seen a growing concern on the worst app, Twitter, of Viking fans ever.
Yeah.
But, that's just, I seen that after last night's game, and then if you just go back, I mean, the Vegas game you can't really talk about because Flores' defense is the only reason you won. But, the Bears game, and then yesterday, 2 very impactful drives.
Yeah, I get it. Against the Broncos and the Bears, I mean, yeah, if you score 20 points, I mean, sure. I mean, it could be enough, but scoring 10 is not enough to help your defense.
Or 3.
Or 3, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, you can blame them all you want, and I guess you can, if you really want to get nitpicky with it, then yeah, I'd say that, you got to be a little bit more aggressive when it comes, especially against the Bears offense, but you got to help them out. You have to support them.
I'm just saying, if Kevin O'Connell is supposed to be this offensive mastermind, when Flores gives up the 10 to 20 point range, you should win by 2 touchdowns every week.
Yeah.
Because Kevin O'Connell should easily get you 3 to 4 touchdowns every single week. And he hasn't been able to do that since Kirk got hurt.
Yeah. No, yesterday, they didn't play well. That well.
We don't even need to talk about the Vegas game because all you missed was the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, you could have slept
brutal.
for 55 minutes and then woke up and you hadn't missed anything. So,
I mean, other than Greg Joseph needs to be cut. I mean, it's his time.
6-0. Yeah.
I mean, that early field goal could have changed the whole outlook of the game. But.
Yeah, at least could have created a little bit of momentum. But so I mean, the Bears game, it is what it is, I suppose. It's a tough loss.
Game we can just skip over. And then yesterday, the former Vikings practice squad and preseason legend Jake Browning. He looked good yesterday.
Yeah, he did look bad.
That interception to Caleb Evans was bad. Caleb Evans literally just needed to draw back 5 extra yards and the ball was in his numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the other thing that stuck out to me really of yesterday was Mekhi Blackman just watching T. Higgins touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
It was an awesome play. I won't lie. Like that's,
it was,
I love T. Higgins. Like he's one of my favorite receivers, and that was just awesome. But Mekhi Blackman just standing there like, oh, what do I do now?
Yeah, he started pointing. Like he thought Caleb Evans was gonna have a pick. He said on Twitter today, I think he said like, that's my bad or something like that. He thought that Caleb was gonna pick it off, and dude, you gotta play it all the way through. You can't, you celebrate when you make the play, not when the play is still happening.
I feel like at some points Evans and the defense is more worried about what they're going to do in the end zone when they get a turnover than stopping the game, winning the game,
right,
and then celebrating with a couple cold ones on the way home from Cincy. But
and I get it, but he already got mossed. I mean, Mekhi already got mossed one time in that game, so he should not be.
Well, even Sutton in Denver, can't forget about that.
So he shouldn't be certain that it's going to be, a play made by, I get it, Caleb Evans is 6'2". He's a pretty lengthy corner, but T has been getting he's been getting those all day. You can't just be sure that this is the one that he misses. And I know that Mekhi made a good play and on one of those plays. And I like what you said about Jake Browning, how he played pretty well. And honestly, he just threw up a bunch of shit, and his receivers bailed him out.
And also, we kind of going everywhere with the last 3 games. We can't forget the Vegas game of the breakout of Ivan Pace.
Oh, yeah.
And then yesterday, because yesterday was his birthday and his homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we've known it. Me and you've known it since day one that this kid should have never been undrafted. He's just been a beast in college. He was the best college linebacker last year.
Yeah. And
he just fell into her lap. And I was looking at his contract during the Vegas game because he just was going crazy. Do you know what his contract is?
Isn't it like 3 years? He's making like maybe $1 million or $2 million per year.
It's 3 years, $2 million.
Yeah.
Him and Andre Carter, which me and you both like Andre Carter. I think he'll get a shot next year with 2 big, impactful edge players being pending free agents in Daniil and DJ.
Right.
So both of those are steals, but I just thought I would go in there because since he's Ivan's hometown.
Yeah.
So
23rd birthday. He's a youngin'.
It's so crazy to think that he's only like 2.5 years older than us. Like that's absurd to think about.
Like I just turned
20 and I'll turn 20 in March, and it's like that guy's only 3 years older than us, and we fanboy. Like, we fanboy him, and he's he's our age.
Well, that's the thing is, like we talked about before, like, when do we stop getting jerseys?
What I said is, for jerseys, is whenever a player is younger than me, I will not buy jerseys. So, like, I'll buy probably a good chunk of, like, current players. Like, I'm probably eventually getting a Pace, probably a Mekhi Blackman jersey.
Yeah.
And then, like, another Edwards jersey. But, like, after, like, I think our age, like, Addison would be, for me, Addison might be the youngest player I buy.
Yeah.
Unless, like, we get, like, a franchise quarterback. Or, like,
Jane Daniels.
Or JJ.
Or JJ McCarthy.
One of the, like, I think that's the only excuse is, like, when a franchise quarterback, like, if you're a 34-year-old Chiefs fan right now and you have a Patrick Mahomes jersey, I understand that because he's probably going to go down as the greatest quarterback to ever play.
Yeah.
At this rate.
Talented. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I get that.
What is your point on that? What is your view on that?
I don't, I get what you mean. It's kind of weird. Because, like, my stepdad, Luke, Mr. Luke, love watching games with Luke. Luke Osweiler is my favorite adult to watch a Viking game with because I just love watching games with him. It's so funny. So he's got a Harrison Smith jersey.
Which, and that's another one where it's like he's been here for 10 plus years and he's arguably the greatest or second greatest safety in Vikings history. So that's another one. Like, if a player has longevity and he's good, above average player in his position for as long as Harrison has been, that's another.
And he hasn't gotten anything since. He's got a Kramer jersey when he was down here, but that was it.
That's good.
Might just have to stack up on Unreal hoodies. This one right here. Sponsor us, please.
I've already done that. If Unreal would sponsor us, that'd be sick.
That'd be awesome.
Just be like sending us packages of just Unreal stuff.
We get the pre-release of the release.
Yeah,
see what the new drop is.
I bought a wild one today, and then the Vikings one releases tomorrow, so we'll see what it looks like. Maybe buy it.
Austin, you bought a wild one today. Gonna buy the Vikings one tomorrow if it's white?
We'll see.
Okay.
If it's a stupid white on white, I will not be buying it. But if it's like white, purple, white, or a different color, it'll probably be in Evan Giles' closet.
Austin's actually repping the classic, the first drop this year that Unreal had for the Vikings. I have it as well.
Us three all have it.
Yeah.
Yep.
We all have it, don't we?
We all do have it. I haven't worn it in a while, actually. I should probably start wearing it again because me and Austin had this little superstition for every game, and we ended it when we played the Broncos, actually.
I had a superstition until we lost to Denver. I wore my Christian Darrisaw jersey.
Okay, well, clearly, because Austin didn't wear no purple. On
No, I
the
know because we
Sundays.
were watching the Niners game here.
Yeah, and
Might be the greatest.
maybe we
game
might
of
have
the
to start
season.
that again because
Well, you only got 3 weeks left.
in three very important weeks.
Yeah.
We got Detroit next week. Ev is going to be
Attendance.
very holly jolly at the game next week. He is going with his Padre.
Well, the whole family, but
Whole family's going. Well, that's awesome.
I'm gonna go crazy like I always do for Viking games. Hopefully they could win.
Yeah, it's a big one. And then Green Bay and NYE, New Year's Eve.
Me and Cameron and some other people
Maybe someone.
might be in
The
attendance.
new vice president.
of Theta
Chi.
Chi. Whatever the hell it's called.
Theta
Will,
Chi.
if you're listening to this, I highly doubt it. 'Cause you're fake.
Love you, Will.
I do love you, though.
Yeah.
You are my favorite U of M student right now. Other than Jimmy
What?
Snuggerud.
And
Oh, Mara Braun. I hope you are watching this, too. Evan.Guile4, or 15 on Snapchat. Free plug there.
yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of the outlook there, and then we go to Detroit. I mean, as long as we beat Detroit, if we win both of our home games, we're in. And
Win out.
yeah, or win out.
Just win out.
That.
Well, yeah, so back to the Cincy game. We're kind of going everywhere, and I love it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cincy game. Nick Mullins shouldn't start. Should be the Mormon Missile.
Should be Jared.
You
Hall.
were right. The Mormon Missile came from PFT. Or not PFT, but the
Purple
child.
for the win.
The child guy. Why? We can leave that in. I just said child.
Yeah, I can't take it out now.
I can say child, dude. It's
He
fine.
does have a few children.
Yes, he does. And some other
That's
things.
all okay. Yeah, no, that came from him.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
It's
Cam.
a cool nickname.
Yeah, Mormon Missile. I love that.
For Nick, it was big.
Big Dick Nick.
Yeah,
Or Molly season.
or Saint Nick.
If they were gonna, I told everybody, if they won out with Nick Mullins, I would have gotten a mullet. Like, return to the mullet.
Okay.
But we lost.
Yeah.
So, no mullet for Evan Guile.
Well, so let's talk about his play then, because I mean, it's not like he had a bad day, but he did leave points off the board. That's for sure.
Like, that Addison touchdown should have been an interception.
And he should
Like,
have thrown it away.
Addison bailed him out.
Yeah.
Was it his second his first interception, throwing in a double coverage to JJ when JJ wasn't even open.
Yeah.
You watching the highlights from today?
Mooney. Oh, that sucks, man.
It doesn't. I
Mooney.
think it's hilarious.
Mooney had that.
But yeah, I don't know what I just said.
Yeah. Yeah, Mullins, I mean, he had that stupid play where he was getting sacked and he threw it right at the defender.
That was his second interception, right?
The first one was
when he
I
threw
have
it
no
in
idea where he was
He
throwing that
threw it
ball.
into double coverage. JJ wasn't even open. It's
Yeah.
like, come on. And also Jamar Chase, you are not the best receiver in the league. You're maybe 5, maybe. Like, why say that? And you get karma because now you have a separated shoulder. You're probably done for the year. Like, that is karma. Like,
Yeah.
don't
Well,
talk.
Karma's the guy in the Chiefs.
Oh my God. Really, Cam?
Yeah.
You are a Swiftie at heart.
Yeah.
Start
Cruel Summer.
shake it off.
Shake It Off. What's her new album? It's the old stuff.
Cam, I don't know.
It's like, is it over now?
Cam, I
You
don't
know,
know.
actually, one pop star, and she's actually bringing back the pop star kind of thing now, is Tate McRae.
Never heard of her.
Really?
No. She must be somewhat attractive if Cameron Maskin.
Very
Yeah,
attractive.
exactly.
Very attractive.
Like Sadie McKenna attractive?
I guess her and Jacob Day are dating now.
Who?
Sadie McKenna.
No.
They're dating. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't have.
Mara's still single.
Well, we don't know that, but
No, she is.
oh, there's okay.
I follow just her. The women's basketball team could go 0 and whatever they play, and she could average 25, and that'd be okay for me.
Yeah, definitely.
She's not a trader like Paige Beckers.
Paige, she was really good. She went to UConn. I respect that.
Stay home.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. We're going everywhere, but I love it.
Dude, yeah. This is podcasting.
It's podcasting. What were we saying? Mullins. So he threw his first pick, and I don't know where it was going. It was supposed to, I guess, go to Jefferson, and it was just way too low. So even if nobody was there, it would have been an incomplete pass.
No, but Jefferson didn't even, look for the ball yet, and the ball was already thrown.
Yeah.
It's like when you're going to the end zone, you're supposed to, somewhat look for the ball or come back to the ball. He didn't even do that yet. Mullins already threw it. It's like, Mullins, you're old. You're a backup quarterback. Don't try to do too much.
Yeah.
That's a type of play where he's trying to do too much. And when you're a backup quarterback on a playoff hopeful team, you're just supposed to go in there, do what Case Keenum did in 2017. Case Keenum, every single week, our defense was fantastic. We had two great receivers in Thielen and Diggs, both in their primes. All Case did was throw for 230 and 2 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. That's all we needed. He did that every week.
Yeah.
It was the 220 to 230 range, 2 touchdowns every week. No picks. It was, other than the championship game.
Right.
But no picks. That's all you need to do. Don't play superhero ball. And that's what I think Mullins was trying to do. Mullins was trying to do too much.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, Mullins, you're here to get the ball to your 2 superstars. Or 3 superstars now.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. And was the play calling there? No. KO's game management? No. Yeah. Letting Flores call a timeout when he needs to? No. It's it comes back to, every time we lose, we dissect it more. If every time we lose, it's, more on, the play calling and just Kevin O'Connell's management than actually losing the game.
Yeah.
We can also talk about this, too. The 4th and 1, why have Brandon Powell push the pile? You have Josh Oliver. You have T.J. Hawkinson.
Mm-hmm. The smallest dude on
the
field.
Why can't you just do the oldest trick in the book, run a 2-yard slant with Jefferson?
Right.
He catches even Addison or Hawkinson.
I actually had a play drawn up today. Austin knows that I did this. Can I demonstrate this play that I had?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to get up here, fellas. So, as I'm Nick Mullins right now, okay? Yes, if you want to bring it up, thank you. I appreciate it. So, I'm Nick Mullins, right? You got 2 guys right next to you. You got Hawkinson and you got Josh Oliver, okay? Big, tough guys, right? They're huge, okay? Now, they're going to act like they're about to push you, right? You could give a little hard count, right? A little green 19, like Aaron Rodgers, no, green 19! Right? They could jump.
If you have volume all the way up on your phone right now, I'm apologize. Sorry. This is all Cam.
Okay, right? Green 19, green 19. Right? If they jump, that's 5 yards, right? But let's say they don't, okay? Everybody's in the box thinking, right? Because we ran the QB sneak the first time, okay? We definitely wouldn't do it a second time. We did. So, we get the snap here, right? You're getting that kind of look. By the way, Nick Mullins' posture for a QB sneak is horrible.
Nick Mullins.
I don't know.
Not it.
It's like he's never done it before, okay? But he gets it, right? He's here. All of a sudden, you got Hawk and Oliver go up into the pile, but it's a deception, right? Because Mullins, all of a sudden, he's turning around, and he's pitching that thing to Ty Chandler to get to the outside. Dustin. Touchdown or a first down.
I like my idea better.
Greg Joseph gets up, kicks it, misses it. We lose anyways. So, that was my play. That's what I thought.
My play is run like you do in Madden, quick slants. That's what my play would have been. I don't know, though. But Ty Chandler, he looked good. But that's what pissed me off the most was you have the ball in plus territory. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, you can't get it done. You don't deserve to win. It's that simple.
No.
After you didn't get it, I was like, yeah, you deserve to lose.
Yeah.
If you can't call, if you're an offensive guru like KO and DUI Wes Phillips is, Like, you have to be able to get a 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not the Eagles. Nick Mullins doesn't squat 550. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, you go with your strengths. You're a throwing team. Have him throw the ball.
Yeah.
This is just another game where you look at and you'd be like, if number 8, Captain Kirk's healthy, you win.
Mm-hmm.
You win, dude. It's not even funny to joke about because you're winning. You haven't lost if Kirk's healthy.
Even if we lose this game, like assuming that we're like 9-4 around the time, right?
Yeah.
9-4 going into this game, right?
You don't need to win. Like, now, this game, you can go back and be like, yeah, you lost to Jake Browning, a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, you barely beat the Raiders, like, with Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
And then you lost to Unlimited. Like, Mr. Unlimited. Like, come on. Like.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, you could say we have 8 here, we need 8 here, you know, we need Kirk if we had Kirk.
Do we do?
But we don't have Kirk.
I know, but it's so fun to think about.
We have Jaron Hall.
No, dude, they're not going to switch to him, dude. We both wanted to, but they're not going to.
Quasi. If you were somehow watching
It's not Quasi, dude. It's KO and DUI. And it's the decision.
Doesn't have a say in anything? I mean,
No.
okay. Kevin O'Connell.
Dude.
Wade Phillips, if you're not. Or Wes Phillips, I was right. Wade's his dad. Wes Phillips, if you aren't already drowning yourself in some sort of
Tequila sunrises.
make the guy the quarterback.
No,
What's the worst
it's
that
like,
can happen?
For that reason, KO, it's Christmas time. You have 3 or 4 kids. If you win games, you get more money.
Right.
You get bigger game checks.
Yep.
You want to get your kids better Christmas presents.
Of course.
Win the games with Jaron Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Or
It'd be the best Christmas present I've ever gotten if I saw Jaron Hall starting on Sunday.
yeah, it's gonna be Mullins. I'm gonna go to game camp. I've been to games this year. I've seen 3 different quarterbacks. I'm gonna see another different quarterback.
I've seen 2.
Because I've seen Kirk the first 2, and I've seen Josh Dobbs for 2, and now I'm gonna see Nick Mullins. It's insane to think about.
It is pretty insane.
Oh yeah, there's nothing really else to say except for you gotta win against the Lions.
Yeah.
Your season really relies on it.
And the Lions are not that great.
No, they're not. Their defense isn't very good.
No.
Ivan Pace is better than the first-round rookie you guys took.
Yep.
It's just that simple.
And of course he's from Iowa, so he's not good.
No, he's a white guy from Iowa. All he knows is drinking Busch Light and cornfields.
Yeah, and stacking hay bales, that's it.
Exactly.
So,
If you're an Iowa person listening to this podcast, the unlikelihood you are,
yeah.
we don't apologize.
Yeah.
You're Iowa.
Yeah, who am I?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll get up again.
Jeez.
Who am I? Ball goes up.
Oh, the loser from Iowa.
Cooper DeJean.
It's not a fair catch.
Yeah.
It is a fair catch.
It was a fair catch.
God.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, let's get into more of a positive, kind of train of thought here. How about them Wolves? Still at the top.
Are they at the top? Because I don't think Krista thinks so.
I don't. Yeah.
19-5, baby.
Well, she just said don't say anything about the Wolves.
Really?
No.
We honestly shouldn't talk about the Wolves, Cam.
Why?
Because we talked about the Vikings all year, and we're 7-7. We don't want to plateau out right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See where I'm going with this?
That's going to be it for this episode. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. The Wolves, I really don't know what I really don't know what's going on. I will not lie to you. I did not expect this at all. At all. And you cannot sit here and tell me you did too.
Edward, no.
This is the best start in franchise history.
Yeah.
We have one superstar, and now we have a big man playing like a superstar.
Oh, I know.
Like, this is insane.
Edwards and Towns went off for 77 the other night. That's crazy.
And then the supporting cast is also unreal with Conley, Troy Brown, Nas Reed.
Nas Reed is...
And then, dude, we have a defensive player of the year, too. We bagged on him when they traded for him, and now it's like, who cares? We don't have a first-round pick in the 27 draft.
We don't need it.
No, we don't. We're
How many
chilling.
first-round picks actually pan out? Other than
a
Anthony
lot.
Edwards.
A lot, dude.
Well, yeah, but We don't need him.
Dude, how different would it have been if we would have traded Cat to Portland for Scoot? How different would how different would this team have been? Because the construction of this team right now is perfect.
Oh, I know.
And if that happens, I don't think Mike Conley plays as much as he does.
Yeah.
Because you want Scoot and Ant to play.
Right.
I mean...
Yeah, I think that, I think we made the right choice keeping Cat. I know I wasn't very high on Cat.
No, but now he's kind of making us eat our words. It's like, this is why you get picked number one, even though you've been here for 10 years.
So
that's insane to think about. That Cat's been here for 10 years, dude.
I know, that's crazy.
Well, we were 10 when he got picked.
Yeah.
That's like actually insane now.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we just gotta dog a bunch of players so then they start playing good. Like, I hate to say it, but we just dog Justin Jefferson. He'll go off for 2,000 yards next year.
He might not even get 1,000 this year.
What's he at? 700 something? Addison's at 8 something.
Okay, we're supposed to like.
Oh, keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, because I'm like looking up.
Right, my bad. Yeah. I mean, Jefferson, I could go on and on about how good he is, but his injury this year definitely set him back.
Wow.
What?
Cam Bynum leads the team in tackles.
Yeah.
How many tackles does he have?
I bet he is like 95.
No.
No? 100 something?
112.
Really?
Oh. So this is funny to think about. Madison has 168 carries for 660, and Ty Chandler has 72 for 335. Josh Thompson has 30 carries for 163.
Nice.
Akers had 38 for 138. Wow. Yeah, Jefferson might not get it. Addison will get it. Addison and Hockenson will get it, but I don't think Jefferson will. Unless Jefferson just goes crazy.
What are the numbers?
So, Hockenson has 91, which is a franchise record, in 902. Addison has 62 for 824. And Jettas has 45 for 682.
Yeah.
Addison has 9 tubs.
Yeah, it's third in the league.
That's a rookie. The league really let us have Jettas and Addison.
For the next 10 years.
10 years, dude? I don't know. 5 years, maybe? 4 years?
Well, if we can get JJ on a contract, yeah, I'd say about 5-6 years.
But then Addison's going to need a contract.
Yeah.
That's the biggest, I feel like, the biggest what if in the Thielen and Diggs like scenario, like before we traded Diggs, obviously, to Buffalo, is what would have happened? Because they both would have been due for like a contract extension at around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Around the same time, and like who would have gotten more money? Because I feel like we traded Diggs at like the legit perfect time. Like you couldn't have waited a year. You couldn't have done it a year earlier. Like it was like the perfect time. Like Spielman played that perfectly. Like that might be Spielman's biggest unknown win in his tenure in Minnesota. Because in 2 years, Diggs and Thielen both would have been wanting more money, and they both would have been 30s. Because they're both in their 30s now. And now we essentially have that 2.0, but better, with guys that are both under 25.
Right. Yeah, those two were phenomenal. And it sucks what Diggs thought our offense was going to be like, but we needed a run game. You know, we had to run the ball. We had Dalvin Cook.
We had prime Dalvin Cook.
We had prime Dalvin Cook. You know, who knows what would have happened or what Dalvin would have been like if he never tore his ACL. But you had to get a good run game going, especially the year before when D. Filippo was our coordinator, and we always passed the ball. We never had a good running game. And
that's what I think Diggs got used to, though, is Diggs was like, if I get 8 targets a game, well, I want to keep doing that. We're getting 4 to 6 targets a game. A target's not always a catch, so that's where I think he was like, nah, I want out.
Yeah.
And now look where he is. He's kind of in an endless, never-ending losing pit in
and
Buffalo.
Buffalo's now running the ball with Dalvin's brother.
That's hilarious how that works.
Yeah, so I mean, you always
and he's getting the ball from a worse quarterback.
Yeah, you need a balanced you need a balanced game, and that's how it works in the NFL. I mean, the Bills are a heavily, passing offense, but you have to have balance in order to win.
Yeah, you do. It's simple. You can't throw the ball 60 times a game and expect to win, but that's what we were doing earlier this year with Kirk.
It's true.
because Madison sucks. We've known this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think last game definitely proved that Chandler needs to be number one going into the next how many years.
Yeah, and then you got to just pick. I think if you're all about like the savings, like the legit savings aspect of last offseason, how we cut everybody, then cut Madison. Like honestly, and
There's
then
a lot of dead money though.
I know, but pick another running back. It doesn't.
Well, do you bring Cam Akers back?
Well, yeah, you bring Cam Akers back. I
think that's it because it's him and Kane.
Yeah, true.
And
But
Bride.
what's the point of bringing Kane back? What's really Kane's aspect of the team? The kick return has been essentially eliminated. Kane doesn't return punts, so Kane's literally he got 1 carry yesterday,
right?
Maybe 2 carries. So what's the point of? Would you rather have Bucky Irvin from Oregon or Frank Gore Jr.?
Travion Henderson.
Like, I mean, legitimately though, like, who would you rather have your third running back be? A guy that, if like this year where you lose your second running back and Akers go down with an Achilles, who would you rather have get the ball? I mean, I love Kane, but he's got to get his real shot to see his potential. But with the kick return essentially being eliminated, like, what's he done at kick returns this year? Probably nothing. Okay, Cam.
Nothing at all. Yeah, because the NFL preaches safety on special teams because that's where most injuries happen.
The kickoff's going to be gone in 5 years.
Probably.
It's just going to be starting to 25.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but I love the kick. Like, the kick returns are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, watching Percy Harvin do it, and we've been blessed with kick returners in our lifetime. Percy, right into Cordero, right into Kane.
Can't forget about punt returners, Marcus Sherrills, Rochester kid.
Dude, Sherrills was there for like 10 years.
Yeah, he was here for quite a while.
That's all he did, but he was good at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, though, is if you go back to the running back room next year, if you do bring back Akers, it has to be Akers and Chandler. It can't. I mean, you have to trade Madison or cut him. Like, if you're all about like the savings and getting the most out of a contract, Madison's, even though it's $3.5 million, Madison hasn't earned his contract.
Right.
Madison's getting like workhorse like carries a game, and he isn't doing anything with them. But on top of that, the Raiders game was the best running game he had all season.
That's true.
And then he got hurt. So what is it like when he comes back? Mm-hmm. Will he be back this week? I don't know. If he isn't, who cares? I love Ty Chandler.
I was gonna say if he isn't, I mean, I'm assuming that I'm winning this week in my fantasy
doesn't
playoffs.
care. I don't care about fantasy.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Chandler and
Vikings over fantasy.
Chandler and Addison, they got me 55 points together this week.
Well, yeah, Chandler got like 25.
Yeah, he got me 25. So I'd like to have that happen again next week, so I can win $100.
Okay.
But I'd also take a Vikings win, of course.
So, but then you can spend the $100 when we go to Detroit.
For the playoff game? Well, if we win out, then we don't have to go to Detroit.
Really?
Because, assuming they lose to Dallas in 2 weeks.
What are they right now, the record?
They are 10-4, I think. Yeah, 10-4.
So if they
lose out and we win out, then we would win. Because
we'd be 10-7 and they'd be 10-7?
Yep, and we would sweep them. So
but what if we're 11-8, or they're 11 and they have 11 wins and we have 10 wins, but we sweep them? We still don't win the division?
Yeah, because they have a better record.
Oh, so the division record doesn't matter?
No. As long as they have
because if we win out, we'd only have 1 loss in the division.
Yeah, but they have a better record.
That's dumb.
Well, I mean, that's...
I get it, but it's also dumb.
Yeah.
Because we'll be 5-1 with the division because we can't beat the Bears at home.
Yeah, I was going to say if we beat the Bears, then yes, we would have it over them.
Yeah,
because we'd have the same record and then the tiebreaker.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I mean, but the way Dallas played today, that's not guaranteed. Is that in AT&T or is it in Detroit?
It's in Dallas.
Okay, that's huge.
So if they lose to Dallas, if they just lose out because of us in Dallas and we win out, then we win the division.
Yeah, that's really it.
So, yeah.
Because honestly though, like for our playoff, if we would lose on Christmas Eve, so the next week, I don't think Detroit would, because Detroit would clinch the division next week then. Right. I don't think that they would play their starters week 18. So realistically, we would make the playoffs.
Unless if they want us out of the playoffs, they would do.
But why would you do that?
I don't know. Maybe they don't want to play us.
What if, like, Goff would get hurt, like, seriously hurt, or somebody, like, Gibbs would get seriously hurt? Why would you risk that?
I don't know.
Well, I guess they did it last year against Green Bay, but that would just be dumb.
Well, they did it last year. They were already eliminated.
It would be, what year was it where we played Green Bay Week 17? And it was 2012, when Peterson was 9 yards short of the record, and then we turned around and made the playoffs, and then got boat raced in Green Bay with Joe Webb, because Ponder got married and started drawing on his arms because he was bruised.
Yeah, well, Green Bay already won the division at that time, so...
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you know how we did that. We won. We didn't give Peterson the record and just missed the playoffs, which we should have done. Got a little higher draft pick, let Peterson break the record. We kicked the field goal, we won, and then we went to Green Bay and lost. So what was the point of that? Nothing.
Yeah.
So that's just the last time I remember it happening.
It just gives you a chance to be in the playoffs.
I know.
Green Bay, if they didn't start their... I think what I think you mean is, like, why did Green Bay start their starters?
No, I don't really know what I meant there.
Okay.
I just said, like, that was the last time that I remember it happening with the Vikings. Like, playing a team Week 17 or now Week 18 and then playing them the next week.
Oh!
In Detroit, you know what I'm saying?
I thought you meant, like, resting your starters.
No, I'm not that intelligent, Cam.
Fire's going a little bit.
Here we go, Cam.
Nice.
Getting the holiday spirit.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to discuss. You can sit here and dissect this for 4 hours if you really wanted to. Mm-hmm. I really feel like in this scenario, there's a good chance we're in the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know who will play, where it'll be, but I think there's a good chance. But it would be the best case scenario, I feel like. Not saying that we're going to win, but to go to Detroit in a playoff game. Yeah. Or obviously the best case scenario is win the division and host a playoff game.
Right. I mean,
and hopefully Daniel Jones and Ed Donashell don't come back and lose it right away.
No. No.
But I don't know.
No.
There's a lot to discuss.
Don't want that.
Do you know how funny it would be if Green Bay could upset somebody and we play them in U.S. Bank Stadium?
Be great.
In the second round of the playoffs? That'd be insane.
That's what I hope.
And then Kirk comes back for the NFC Championship game, we win the Super Bowl.
Boom. Just does the whole whatever Aaron Rodgers did, and
well, he's walking now.
Yeah.
Just give him a month.
Yeah.
Give him a month.
Kirk's walking. Yeah, he just needs to drop back. Yeah, get on the Pat McAfee show a few times every week, and I don't know.
Take some ayahuasca.
I
don't think the Lord approves of that, though.
No, definitely not.
I don't know, yeah.
Definitely not.
I don't know how... It sucks because, like, Christmas is, like, one of my favorite seasons of the year. But when Christmas hits, football is winding down.
Yeah, how are we in week... It would be 16 now?
Mm-hmm.
How?
It's insane.
Week 15 this week, 16 next week, but...
That's just insane to think about how fast it goes. You wait, like, all year. Mm-hmm. And, like, if you're like me and we overreact for all the training camp stuffs. Me and you more. So me scout the draft and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, you're in this all year, and you only get 18 weeks are guaranteed. 17 games are guaranteed of football every year for every team. So it just sucks because Christmas is so fun, like all the music and stuff. Everybody's happy. And then it's like football is the blink of an eye, it'll be New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then you'll blink your eye again, and it'll be the second round of the playoffs. Right. And it's like, you blink again, and it's...
And then boom, mock drafts are coming up.
Mm-hmm. It's like, it's crazy to think about how fast this season goes.
Yeah.
I feel like this season is, like, the fastest going. Like, September through, like, February is the fastest time of the year.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Because every sport's going. The Wild, hopefully still treading water.
Keeping their head above water.
The Wolves keep winning. Like, it's just crazy to think about. And then, like...
And spring training's here.
2 months from now, it's the Twins get back into rhythm, and the two winter sports keep going, and then it's Twins baseball for 6 months by themselves, and then the Vikings start again.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I felt like I went to training camp, like, a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. Watching the Vikings, like, yeah, this team's going to be...
Dude, we knew this. We said this right away, like, our first video. We're like, we're better than people are going to think.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, this Flores beat odds by a lot, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know how to really word stuff.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people said that the defense was going to be the biggest issue. It's been the offense. It's
been Kevin O'Connell, yeah. I think. That's what it boils down to, is if you can't, like, scheme up plays with the... You know what I'm going to say? The best tight end in the league. Best receiver in the league.
Yeah.
And probably a top 15 receiver in Addison.
Yeah, I mean, now he is at least.
I mean, that's...
Production has been really well.
And the offensive line has been serviceable.
When healthy.
It sucks that the QB carousel we're going on now.
You need a competent QB to win games.
If I would have told you in July that we'd be in this position right now, would you have believed me?
No. You told me everything. If I told my July self right now, like, oh, by the way.
It's completely different if it's like Kirk gets hurt, Lambeau. The next week we start Mullins, and it's Mullins the rest of the way through. Or Jaron Hall starts the rest of the way through. But it's not been that.
No. If I told myself that we would have had 4 starting quarterbacks this season, JJ gets hurt, and our defense is the best part of our team.
Hawkinson's had a great year, but the first 6 weeks we were yelling at him because he wasn't producing.
Like, I would have been like, no way that happens. Like,
and Cam Bynum can actually tackle.
Yeah, Cam Bynum's our best safety, and nothing against Harry, but
it's insane to think about.
But
we have an undrafted free agent beating out a guy last year that we thought was so good.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry, you took a shot at Harrison. I honestly, if we want to, I don't want to be this way because I know you like him so much. But what happened to him? Like, I'm legitimately like, last year we had a package where we take Kendricks or Hicks off the field, 2 veteran linebackers that both played fairly well last year. More so Hicks and Kendricks. That's why Hicks stayed.
Right.
But we'd have packages where Asamoah would be on the field, and now it's like he's not even standing by Flores to get into the game. It's Troy Dye and then Nick Virgil or Anthony Barr.
Right. Yeah.
And Barr hasn't even been elevated.
I don't know, because it's always on the injury report. Asamoah's always on the injury report.
Louis he's done.
Seen is never to be seen. Like, it's just doesn't do anything.
No, yeah.
And we're supposed to have this fast defense, and those 2 are fast. Seen is supposed to be the guy who
comes down and hits.
Yeah.
And at this point, it should be which I would love. The dream scenario would be is if the starting safeties are Seen and Bynum.
Yeah.
And Harrison comes in and Harrison plays 30-35 snaps a game.
Yeah, and then Metellus, that joker.
He just does whatever he wants.
And you got IP and you got BA at the linebacker spot.
I just don't. Maybe next year, but I think honestly next year, if you look into the draft, you have to look at picking a bona fide linebacker to put next to Pace.
Right.
Because last year was so good for Asamoah, and now he's nowhere to be found.
Only playing special teams.
Yep.
Like, dude, I need you on the field so that my jersey is still relevant. Because I can't wear that. I can't wear that thing anymore.
Wear it New Year's Eve.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it'd be so cool to see those guys play together. They're both fast, aggressive.
But the coverage wouldn't be very good.
Coverage sucks, but hey, whatever.
That's what you have Metellus for. Honestly, though, I'm not that's not always good for. But Metellus, if those 2 would blitz, Metellus could cover.
Yeah.
Metellus can cover anything
For sure.
Metellus might be the best defender on our team.
Could be.
I honestly think so. Because, no offense to Hunter, he has, 16 sacks now, 15 sacks now?
15 and a half.
That's all he does. That's all he does is hit. That's all he does is get sacks.
Oh, he's a pass rusher.
I know, but he doesn't get any, tackles for losses. It's 90% sacks.
Yeah.
Or DJ's more of everything, I feel
DJ can do a lot. Yeah, I like DJ.
We just need... And then hopefully Jake and Roy can find his way on the field this week.
Yeah.
I really don't get it because, all due respect to Bullard and Tonga, those guys are over 30. They're not going to be here for 5 years.
Bullard's pretty old. Tonga's still young.
Yeah, I might be wrong about that. He just looks old. Where did he go to college?
I don't know. I think Tonga's about 25, 26 years old. Bullard's getting up there in age. Harrison Phillips is about 26, 27. Jaquelin Roy's obviously a rookie. He's young.
Marcus Davenport.
Davenport's a good 26, 27.
Tonga's 27.
Yeah.
And he's also a Mormon.
BYU?
Yes, sir.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Sheldon Day. He's been playing good lately.
He had a high PFF grade in the last game.
He's 29.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think that's... If you look right now... 14 games through the year. What is our 3 biggest needs?
Quarterback of the future.
Yep.
I'm going to say interior offensive line.
And the interior defensive line.
Trenches.
I think you could go one QB of the future, 2 trenches on both sides of the ball, and 3
corner. You always need corner.
Or even a third wide receiver. Even though I think Brandon Powell can fill that role.
Powell can easily fill that role, but he'll be getting old too, so you might have to, or Naylor if he steps up somehow.
Yeah, we picked the wrong Michigan State kid. I know we picked him a year earlier, but that Jaden Reed in Green Bay, Chad, I know you're gonna get aroused by this. Oh.
Yeah,
damn it.
Jaden Reed's playing pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
He's good.
Yeah.
I will give the Packers some credit. That receiver room in 2 to 3 years could be scary.
Definitely could be.
It could be scary. Not the Green Bay receiver room won't have the superstar like we have. We have 2 superstars. They'll just have a overall well-rounded group.
Oh yeah, they'll have a solid at least 3 or 4 receivers that they can go to.
But I don't know what would you rather have? Would you rather have what we have or they have? Us, obviously, but I'm just saying a receiver room with very top heavy, because our receiver room is kind of very top heavy. It's Addison, Jettas are in their own class, and then Powell's kind of in the middle class, and then you got guys like Osborne, Naylor, Tristan Jackson, who wants to be JJ so bad.
Is JJ.
Or just a receiver room that doesn't have the greatest name. It's not a name, because you're not gonna look at the Packers room in 12 years and be well, dude, this guy was so good. This guy was so good. We'll look back and be we had Jettas and Addison on the team at the same time.
Kind of depends on your scheme. You can't have all 4 of them on the. Well, you can, but
they're gonna rotate.
The Packers like to run a double tight end set most of the time, so.
I didn't even know that. You're more of a Packer fan than I am.
Well, they picked 2 tight ends this year. They had Musgrave and Kraft.
I hate Green Bay. I can't believe I said something nice about them.
But I think it's because you got to account for T.J. Hawkinson as well. I mean,
that's true.
You got 3 big-headed monsters right there. And
3-headed snake by Gunna. That's a great song.
It is. So I mean, I think it's fine just having, and then you also have a competent running game as well. And I think Ty Chandler's going to be able to handle that. So I don't think it matters. I think that because who they have, I mean, they got Watson, they got Reed, they got Dobbs, and they got Dontavian Wicks. I mean, all 4 of them are solid for now. They're ascending.
But the bad thing about that, which is be funny, is because they can't pay all of them at the same time.
Right. So that's kind of for us. You could say the Bengals, right? I mean, the Bengals they're gonna have a tough time paying.
They're gonna lose T.
Yeah, they're gonna lose.
I think that's very.
They're not gonna lose Chase. That'd be dumb if they let Chase go.
Well, maybe with a separated shoulder now, they might extend.
Maybe I don't know. Boyd is gonna have to go somewhere.
Or just trade Joe Burrow to Minnesota.
Sure.
Then you can get rid of your Bengals Joe Burrow jersey and get a Vikings Joe Burrow jersey.
You'd look good in 9. That's for sure.
Or 2.
If we cut Madison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what it did there?
Yeah, but he wore purple and yellow at LSU in 9.
I'd take Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
That's the thing I want the Vikings to do is I want the Vikings to pick a quarterback, homegrown guy that plays here for 12 to 15 years.
Yeah, that'd be great.
After Kirk's done here, hopefully with a Super Bowl ring or another deep playoff run that probably ends in heartbreak.
Yeah, because when have we ever had a quarterback that's been here that long who we've picked and developed?
Never. The last QB,
other than Fran.
The last 2 QBs, granted one of them had a freak injury. Okay, I see what you did there.
What?
Looking at the camera after I say granted,
what?
Okay? I see what you did there. One clip, and everybody bones me for it. But the last 2 quarterbacks you've drafted and tried to legitly start and play, it was Teddy, who got seriously hurt. So I'll give him kind of like a star.
Yeah.
The reason I bring him up too is he's retiring.
He is retiring after this year.
That's good though. He's got what he is. He wouldn't play anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going to be.
He was the best backup in the league for 3 years. So.
Yeah.
And then Ponder.
Yeah. Ponder,
And then if you go before that to Chavaris Jackson. But you picked him, and then the next year, Favre was here.
Mm-hmm.
All of them, you didn't really... Ponder, you legitimately gave him a chance, and he just was terrible. He was bad.
Yeah.
And Teddy, that's the kind of thing of where we'd be at if Teddy doesn't get hurt. That's something you can look at is, if Teddy doesn't get hurt, we might never have the Kirk in Minnesota era, because who knows?
That only happened 2 seasons before Kirk got here. So, it happened
1 year.
The summer in 2016.
Yep, 1 season.
Yeah, 1 season.
Because he got hurt 2016, and then We traded for Bradford.
Yeah.
And then Bradford got hurt after the Saints game.
No, that was Bradford's here for 2 years.
He was. I forget that.
Because we started 5-0 that year that he came here. We had Sean Hill for the first game against Tennessee, and then we traded for Bradford.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So we traded. So Teddy didn't get hurt before the year we were really good?
No. Because he came back that year against Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are right. Yeah. Yep. Because we were supposed to be, awesome in 2018. Or 2016 then, right?
Yeah.
2016 we were supposed to be awesome, and then we just fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, you had Prime Thielen and Prime Diggs.
And then Bradford did get hurt in the Saints game, though.
Yeah.
Because remember that we had a football game against Cass and Manorville. Remember that?
Yeah, that was
No,
scary.
you didn't play.
Huh?
Because we would have been in 8th grade.
No, I played. I
8th
played
grade?
in 8th grade.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we played Cass and Manorville. Remember that?
At home, yeah.
Yep. We had people telling us the score of the game on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Then he got home, and that's the night that AP returned because he was in New Orleans.
We didn't miss the entirety of the game.
No, we only missed the first half.
Yeah.
Because AP returned, and then Cook broke his record,
Yep.
and then Bradford was just lighting it up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got hurt.
I didn't even see him get hurt.
No, he didn't because he had the knee swelling. After the game, it came out.
Yeah.
And then we went with... Did we start? No, we did start Keenum because the next week was Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we lost.
We lost to Pittsburgh, Applefest weekend.
And we beat the Bucks.
And then we just went on a roll. No, we lost again.
Dalvin tore his ACL against Detroit.
Was it the Cardinals?
No, we didn't play the Cardinals that year.
God, you know everything.
And then we went on a run.
And then we went with
started
Chase.
started 2-2 and then went on a run.
And then after that year, we signed Kirk.
Yeah.
And Sheldon Richardson.
Yep.
And we thought we were going to be so good, and then everything just went bad.
Yeah, we won the week 1. Mike Hughes interception.
Pick 6. That's the only thing he did in
The
Minnesota.
climax of his career.
one snap. Wasn't it the first quarter? It was the first play of the year, wasn't it? Yeah, I want to see.
It was later in the game. I think it was the dagger that ended the
It
game.
was either the dagger or right away. It was the greatest. It was awesome.
It was right to him.
Uh-huh.
He didn't have to do anything.
Honestly, if you go back, we had the 30th pick in that draft. Why did we pick Mike Hughes?
Because Rick was allergic to picking linemen.
God, if we could have had.
Zimmer definitely.
Because what was our offensive line? It was Reef Remmers, Pat Elfline. Who were the other two guys?
Pat Elfline was so solid up until he got hurt that Philly game.
Yep.
The year before.
Dude, yeah. 2017, he was awesome because we'd run and he'd pull, and he was the best pulling guard in the league.
Yeah.
And then he fell off the face of the earth. Who was the other two linemen in that?
So Remmers was our right tackle.
Yep.
Right?
Reef was our left.
Reef was our left. Then you had Pat in the middle. Nick Easton?
Yeah, you might be right.
Nick Easton.
Because then after that he went because then he got hurt. I don't know if he played because remember he got hurt, and then we all thought he was done. We all thought he was never gonna play again.
Intern producer Austin.
I got it. Here, look it up, Cam. Because I wanna say that Easton got hurt, and we never thought he was gonna play again, and then he went and signed with the Saints.
Traitor.
Yeah, traitor is right. Yeah, we're going all over this place, and I love it. Austin, can we get a time check?
50-something.
All right.
Okay. Riley Reef, left tackle. Nick Easton, left guard. Pat Elfline, center. Joe Berger,
Oh, Berger, I forgot
right
about
guard.
him.
And Remmers, right tackle.
When did Easton get hurt?
I don't know.
Because do you remember that though? Easton got hurt, and we thought he was never gonna play football again.
Yeah, it was
and then
pretty bad.
he came back, and he just signed with the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all thought he was just gonna come back, and he never did.
I'm going to look up the entire roster because maybe...
Remember Zach Line?
Zach Lyon, and he also went to the Saints too.
Yeah, what a traitor!
God.
You gotta think about it though. These guys didn't know about 2009.
No. Well, we didn't that much either. I just remember sitting there and crying because Luke was.
I was mad. I was so sad.
Um,
And then why honestly, looking back at that point, why don't we just say, we're done. Let's go somewhere else.
right. You remember Kentrell Brothers?
Yep, linebacker, Missouri.
Thought he was going to be the shit, and he wasn't. Ben Gideon.
He got hurt.
Rashad Hill.
Shot Hill, he was bad.
Isadora was not good. The worst tackle that the Vikings have ever had, as far as me watching.
Oh, you remember Emmanuel Lamar, the linebacker?
Manuel Lamar, yeah.
Yep, from Kansas State.
But TJ Clemmings.
Jet. He was awful. Dude, these names bring me back. Ryan Quigley was good for 1 year, and then
Quigley
he's gone.
was good for 1 year, and then he just sucked. Jeff Locke was horrible.
Xavier Rhodes.
Rhodes was...
For like a year and a half, Rhodes was the best corner in the game. The first Monday night game at US Bank Stadium, Austin Hoffman was in attendance. When he shut down Odell and they were fighting, that was like one of the most fun times watching the Vikings because we were actually winning too.
It was always, I've said this before.
That was part of the 5-0 start.
Yeah.
And then we got a mixtape, and then we fell off the face of the earth.
We did get a song, Kings of the North. It was by this one rapper in Minnesota, and everything went.
It was awesome, dude.
Dude, it was a cool
We were
song.
12. It was like the greatest thing ever. We're like, let's go, dude. And then 3-5 to close out the year.
With the Kings of the North.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a fun song. Fun time.
Fun times. Fun
we
times.
lost, and then we ended up going 8-8.
We still lose.
We still lose.
To this day.
Yeah.
And another team that loses is the Minnesota Wild. They can't figure it out. Seems like they go one step forward, 2 steps back. John Hines, you got to get your head out of your ass and coach this team right. Austin, what is the Wild record right now? I don't even want to look for myself because I know it's going to be bad. They'll somehow make the playoffs and lose in the first round.
No, they're 12-12-4.
12? 12-12-4. 12-12, fresh start now. John Hines, maybe his bald head can work.
They're only 4 points out of a wild card spot.
Thank you, Austin. Austin's on top of it.
On top of it.
4 points. I mean, we might get it together. Boldy's been playing good lately. Kaprizov's finally back and healthy. Zuki's good. Gus has actually been playing decent the last couple.
Gus has been lights out the last
the last like 10 or so games. Thank you, Austin. He's been pretty good. I don't know if we'll see Fleury as much as we thought we were gonna. So that's a thing to watch.
Yeah.
Have you watched a Wild game this year, Cam?
No.
Not one.
No.
I will say when I watched the last full game I watched was the Seattle Kraken game. When they were in Seattle, they won 3-0 the same day the Vikings beat the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
So 3-0 that day was a good number for Minnesota.
Yeah.
But that's really all I've really watched. I mean, it's early yet. It's kind of hard to watch a team in the first 20-something games when they're as bad as they are. And usually when the Wild or the Wolves play, I usually turn the Wild on first. But recently it's been the Wolves because every night it just seems like they find a different way to win, which is awesome to think about it.
It's fun to watch them, for sure.
And that's really all we have for the Wild because they just got to keep stacking wins pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of curious to see where Dean will go after because he got fired, Maybe the Blues, Edmonton maybe. But that'll be something fun to watch. And that's really all it's kind of hard. That's why I need to get Austin on the podcast because all due respect to Cam. Cam doesn't watch hockey. Sorry.
It's okay. You're completely.
I'm sorry,
You're
Cam.
completely right.
I do not blame you. If you're trying to get into hockey like you are, and the team is as bad as they were at the beginning of the year, I wouldn't want to watch them either. I'd rather, as Austin said, I think you can hear him, but I don't know if you can. He said it's a bad season to get into.
Karaoke mic would come in handy.
Yes,
right
it
now.
would, Austin. Pull it up.
Next time.
Yeah, that is true.
Next time.
We'll see you next time. Nope,
Yeah.
It's not over yet. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard. And it's not even like you could turn on the Gopher hockey team this year and find good hockey because they're treading water right now, too. They're all the way down to 10. And somehow Wisconsin's in front of them. Somehow.
Yeah.
It's because the snake MSU coach left for them. But yeah, that's really all we got for hockey. The hockey segment's usually going to be about 2 minutes, which is a long time.
It is a long time.
It's a very long time.
Yep.
Yeah, but
In some circumstances.
you can tell what sport is our favorite to watch
Yeah.
compared to the others.
Right.
For me, baseball is tied with football.
Okay.
Playoff baseball. Like, I'm not going to tell you, like, July 9th, if the Twins are playing, I'm going to watch the whole game, but I try to watch as many Twins games. You'll watch more Twins games than you probably ever have this year, especially if you move in with me.
Right.
Me and Austin will have the Twins games on probably all the time. Yeah. That's the thing you got to get into sports is, like, for you just got to watch hockey. Like, that's all it is. It's like, that's how you learn football so well, is you just watch it on a consistent basis. Like basketball, that's how I feel like that's how everybody learns how to play sports and how to, like, get to know sports. It's just by watching. Because you could watch, even if your favorite team's not playing, if you watch a hockey game just to figure out what offsides is and penalties and the goalie crease and stuff. Like, that's really how you learn how to play, but I don't really know. You can tell we don't have that much to talk about because we're just looking at each other smiling. I don't really know. Should we just wrap this up?
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
It's not a bad idea. That's
probably our sign.
Yeah, dude.
I think that's our sign.
All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, we apologize. Austin bumped the camera. Yeah. And now the ring light.
Plug it in over there.
Now the ring light went out. So.
Oh, here, hold on.
It is.
That's on. Here, ready? Watch this. Uh-oh. We like burn out the light.
The outlet is hot. It's like very hot.
Really?
Yes.
We started an electrical fire here.
Oh no!
Well, guys, that's gonna be it for the Bull North Sports podcast. Follow us on TikTok at Bull North Sports podcast. We react to every single game, not every game, every Vikings game, and
I don't react. Are we ending this right now? Sit back down. You gotta officially end this, Cam. That's a wrap on the show. I mean wrap on the show. We wish you a very Merry Christmas, especially with the Christmas Eve game.
Yes,
from the Bold North Sports crew. That includes Austin, Cam, Evan, and Bryson. That is it.
Yeah, we wish you guys a Merry Christmas. We're not gonna be able to get an episode recorded the same night as the hello, Mom.
Would you like to say hello?
Can you say? Would you like to say Merry Christmas?
No. I can just give you my mic. Just say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, from everybody at the Bold North Sports podcast. We will. What else? You got any final thoughts?
No.
I hope the Vikings win to make it a very jolly Christmas.
Yeah. So, with that being said, follow us on social media, Bull North Sports Podcast on TikTok. We react to almost every single game that any Minnesota sports teams play.
Not the Wild, it's all you right now too.
Yeah, it's only me.
I gotta get on my crap. Yeah. I gotta get on my craft.
And Instagram as well. The reels are the same as the TikToks. So yeah, we will see you guys next year.
Well, what if we film like Tuesday the 26th? Then it's still this year. Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Fine, all right.
We will see you next time.